Hello Internet, welcome back to Watch with Joe. It is time for another episode of Andor. Andor episode 8, here we go. A very... little bit of a strange episode last time out because it was kind of a reset episode. Okay, the heist is done. Where are our characters going now? Are they going to be in a good place or are they going to go to a bad place, sort of kind of thing. And what we got out at the end of it was Cassian in prison for doing nothing, just randomly in the wrong place at the wrong time, and a stormtrooper deciding, okay, you're guilty just because you're here. And which is not good, because we know people are after him, namely Cyril, who has got a new job somewhere in the Empire, but I imagine he's using whatever resources he has to try and track down Cassian. I've got to sneeze. Mon Mothma's sort of playing a gambit with trying to get someone new in on the rebellion, and the new person is a banker who she's known since childhood. And that worries me because I never trust a banker. And I could very easily see that backfiring on her. But she does know that her husband can't be trusted and she is constantly being watched. So that is, at least she knows that her husband can't be trusted, because I've been saying that since the first time we met him. Another character who's at a bit of a crossroads is Vel, who has completed her task. She got through the heist. They've got the money, but now she's been told to kill Cassian because Luthen sees him as a loose thread, someone who can lead authorities back to them. And that's thoroughly interesting. So I imagine that's going to end in tears for someone. Obviously not necessarily for Cassian. In the last episode there was a wonderful performance by Fiona Shaw, who's every time she's on screen as Marva, she just she lights up the scene. It's wonderful acting every single time. She just catches me. It's brilliant. Looping around to Luthen, I wonder what his next ploy will be, because he's ready to go now. He's like, we're doing this. This is the rebellion now. I'm sorry, I'm sick. And the other bit of story from the last one was the Imperial intelligence agents who are playing a bit of a chess game with each other to gain power, but also coming for Cassian, really, at the end of the day. So it'll be interesting to see how that works out, but mostly they're looking at the formation of the rebellion, and it's really interesting to see that coming together and the Empire realizing this is a bigger problem than they imagine. And the Empire made maybe a mistake in the last episode by going hard on the entire galaxy after the heist, because by doing that they've sped up the restriction of freedoms, and instead of doing it slowly, they've gone fast. Instead of doing it slowly, they've gone fast. And people notice that more. So it's a thoroughly interesting show. It's fascinating, the whole thing. And I'm just looking forward to watching episode 8 and seeing what happens. So I'm going to stop talking now and we're going to go watch it. Okay, right, let's go. Oh, this isn't good. Interesting. Oh, that's cool.
I'm Lieutenant Dedra Mira. I'm the ISB supervisor for the Morlana sector.
What happened to Lieutenant Blevin?
I lost the questions. Ferris, I've been reviewing. You keep submitting requests to the Bureau of Standards Data Center looking for Cassian Andor.
Ha!
What are you doing, Mr. Khan?
He's looking for Cass.
You have engaged the curiosity of the ISB. Now, is there anything you'd care to tell me before I waste more of my time figuring out what it is you are up to?
I'm just trying to clear my name.
Tell me, what's not in Lieutenant Blevin's report that I need to know?
I have no idea. I wasn't allowed to see the report.
You signed it.
I was given no choice.
Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. Narkina 5. Is this just a prison planet? Or is it a moon? Oh, this is actually really cool.
Andor was in the act of transferring the unit to a person we've named Axis because of his centrality to what we believe to be an organized rebel effort to acquire specialized Imperial...
Oh, she's
the wish list.
She's hunting close.
The little we are aware of is already troubling.
Yeah.
...was drill down, find Andor, and get a hunt started.
Oh dear. What's with the boots?
Wondering how we risk standing before you without weapons. It's a potent question.
Yeah.
Hopefully one you won't need to have answered very often.
Oh! Oh my god! That's what the boots are for.
Let's talk about the accomplice you encountered before they escaped.
I heard his voice. I'd recognize it. I solved a double murder and found the killer in 2 days. Service to the Empire. You just said it.
Oh.
Can one ever be too aggressive in preserving order?
He's playing his cards. Let's see if they work.
Raise the alarm one more time, and it won't be me you're speaking to. Forget this happened.
She's just better at the game.
What's going on? Where's your partner? That's not good enough. This was on the schedule. Can't just not turn up.
He's waiting. Ice front.
Is he about to be sprung?
On program.
Step onto the ledge and stop. Move forward.
This is weird.
My name is Kino Lloyd,
Hey!
52D unit manager. The 49 men in this room, you're mine now. The 7 tallies are the running shift totals of all the other rooms on this floor. You play against all the other tables in this room.
Oh.
I play against all the other rooms. Losing hope, your mind, keep it yourself. Don't
Okay.
slow up. My line. Table 5.
Okay. Ooh.
I wish I had better news.
I'm about to get very busy.
The new banking regulations are making life difficult.
Difficult or impossible?
I don't know. They're staffing up Imperial auditors by the week. We'll have to see where they place them.
Surveillance and prosecution. Without limit. You're doing nothing wrong. What is there to fear?
Well, I'm fearing your definition of wrong.
Ooh. I'm just feeling very, very tense. I feel like something's going to come to a head. But is it going to come to a head at Coruscant, or is it going to come to a head at this prison?
They doubled everyone's number last month. All the rebel activity.
It's rebel nonsense.
I don't know anything about it.
They slaughtered a garrison.
Don't ever look at the number. Double, triple, it doesn't matter.
Hey!
You're in till they don't want you anymore.
Enough!
I said that's enough. Return to your cells immediately. 30 seconds on red floor.
Just so much tenseness here.
Excuse me, if you will. So nice to meet you. I'm going to spend more time at this window, I promise you.
The worst part about a cocktail party is having to actually talk to people. Of course, the plus side is you can leave fairly easily, unless you're the host. And then it's just a nightmare. 30 shifts later.
Apparently I'm throwing a party.
I heard the boys had to carry you back here.
Word travels fast. She fell.
Oh, that's not good.
She wanted to see if the tunnel under the hotel was still open,
Why?
so the rebellion can sneak in and take them by surprise. She's a rebel.
Cassian.
You really don't know where he is?
Hey!
Where did you go?
Who's the big one?
Hey!
You think the Empire stops to catch its breath? This is a fight to the death, Vel.
She's right.
I told you up front. The struggle will always come first. We take what's left.
You love me because I show you what you need to see.
Oh, that's kind of heartbreaking, to be honest. Okay. She's reaching out.
She might have a lead.
More likely it's the ISB working her radio.
You're guessing.
And you're slipping.
Ooh. Where are you off to? Oh, it's not a good place.
Vix Colleen. That's your name, isn't it?
Uh-oh.
Resemblance.
This isn't good. Okay, X-Wings.
Garrison at Aldani. Was that you?
I was just about to ask you.
Oh, hey, man.
Not you. Tired of playing behind the scenes, Luther.
Aren't you tired of fighting with people who agree with you?
You come all this way to scold me. I'll take
Is
all 3 deflections.
Jin
How
here?
much?
No, you...
Krieger's a separatist. My pay's a neo-Republican. The Gorman Front. The Partisan Alliance. Sectorist. Human cultist. Galaxy partitionist. They're lost. All of them lost. Lost.
Oh, he's so good.
I am the only one with clarity of purpose.
I'm just thinking, this is what I'm trying to remember how long before Yavin this is. Is this 5 years before Yavin? In that case, I think Janessa may not be there anymore with Saul. Well, she didn't get very far.
I want her to see him. What are you doing? Get him out of here. Quickly. Hey.
Lovely dose of manipulation there. Oh, it just keeps being tense. So that was episode 8 of Andor, and it felt like it felt like a setup episode again. If we take last week's as a reset, this was a setup, and it's in 3 or 4 different sections, I suppose. Section 1 is Cassian in this prison factory there feels like a lot of tense energy there, and it feels like there are people in that prison who want to do some sort of prison break, and I feel like that's coming. I can feel that energy in those scenes. The second bit is the ISB closing in on Cassian and their main target of Luthen. Yeah, they're getting closer to Cass, and but the advantage Cassian has is, one, his friends do not know where he's gone, and 2, he is currently in an Imperial prison under a completely false name, so it's unlikely that he will be tagged quickly in that scenario. Yeah, the RSB are closing in on him. They have Bix, they have the radio signal and the radio equipment. That's now been shut down at Luthen's end. It's very interesting to see how closely they're going to get, how quickly they're going to get close. The next bit, I suppose, is Luthen, who is sort of he's kind of lethargic at the moment. He seems like, I don't know what it is. Is it him? As he's been saying, he's been hiding for too long, and he wants to just be out there instead of playing the game of two roles, or has the idea of Cassian knowing about him and being loose in the galaxy, as far as he's aware, shook him? Is he having second thoughts on the whole thing, or is it just that post-adrenaline, post-high come-down? Maybe a bit of all those. But we did get to see Saul Guerrero back in live action after Rogue One. Of course, we saw him lots in animated form, from when he was a young man to early days as a rebel against the Empire, and further beyond in Rebels. Very interesting to see how that relationship builds, because we also know that Saul Guerrero is not by the time Yavin comes around, he is not, and the events of Rogue One, he is not his rebel cell is not a direct member of the Rebel Alliance because of his methods, and you got some of that there in that scene with Luthen. There's so many. This show is tense and thoroughly interesting, and a really nice insight into the building of a rebellion, as well as a really nice insight into the building of a rebellion, as well as the Empire, like, learning about how big the rebellion is becoming. It's very cool. But this episode was just like, it was, maybe because I'm ill, I'm not feeling it as much. But yeah, it was just kind of needed just to keep ramping up instead of dropping back down and again. But maybe that's just me and my frame of mind today. You never know with these things. But it's still a fascinating show, and there's still so much to learn from it, and there's still so much to enjoy and pull from it. And I am very much looking forward to the next episode, but I think this was a weak episode. Yeah. But we'll see what happens next week, because, like I said, I feel that tenseness in the prison. I feel like there are people there who want to break, and that how close ISB is coming is really that's gonna ramp up quickly, I imagine. Luthen stuff, you never know. The other story is Mon Mothma and her difficulties, and it's sooner or later she's going to be found out. And the question is it early or is it late? Is it this season, or does she manage to hide a little bit longer? Because sooner or later she is not going to be hiding, and she is going to be just as a rebel. I'm trying to remember her appearances in Rebels, at what point that came. Let me look that up. Okay, so when they first meet Mon Mothma in Rebels, she is wanted by the Empire. I can't get a direct, Okay, right. Cleared that up now that I've done some research. 2 years before Yavin is when season 3 of Rebels is set. So that's when Mon Mothma is wanted by the Empire. So I imagine that she's going to be able to stay hidden mostly for the time being. But it's a question of if she is going to have to change her tactics, and stop thinking about money in the Coruscant sense and start working with groups on intelligence perhaps, and pointing them towards targets that they could use and things like that. It'll be interesting to see how that works. Like I said, there's so much story here. There's so much to dig into. But yeah, I still feel that this was a slightly weaker episode. But you never know. I may be wrong. But there we go. I'm still looking forward to next week's episode though. And that's it for this video. Thank you very much for joining me. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell, and comment below. All those things help me grow the channel so I can keep doing this for you, the internet. Tell me your thoughts about episode 8 of Andor. How you think the series is going so far. Do you agree with me? This is a little bit of a weaker episode. And yeah, tell me what you think is going to happen in the next couple of episodes. Because I'm thoroughly interested in your theories. So yeah, just tell me in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.